Okay, so nice win tonight
Thank you.
against the freshmen.
Yeah,
Okay, are you a fourth or fifth year senior?
fifth. But with this year of eligibility, I might take this next year too. So just start another master's, I guess.
Okay, so I like the punchline. There's plenty of people who go to school for 6 years. They're called doctors.
Yeah,
I pulled that one out because I think Penfold's in the same situation, right?
he is. Yeah, and right now I've talked to a couple people from different colleges and then alumni from here, all really good guys, all Americans and stuff, and they say if they were in the position they would take them next year too. But I don't know. I'm still weighing the options. I'm more worried about this year. I'm looking to win a national title. Getting the nationals last year and not being able to compete was a little upsetting, and I don't know. I felt like I was primed and ready to go. So.
Okay, so what's your major? What degrees do you have, or what major?
I just graduated in the spring with entrepreneurship and business administration, so I double degreed, and then I'm getting an MBA right now.
You're a smart guy.
Yeah.
What would you get? You would get another master's on top of this MBA?
I would definitely start it, but we'll just see. We'll see where it goes.
Wow, that's good for you. Okay, so when you look at it, when they handed this down, the seniors last year really got burned, man.
Yeah, Blake it really hurt him pretty bad, and then some of the other guys who from other colleges that I know just weren't able to compete. But I don't know, it's a rough situation.
You know, you look at Lake Erie College. You know, this program's not that old, right? D2 is the emerging. It's the future of college wrestling, in my opinion, right?
Yeah.
Adding programs every year. Don't really see them get dropped, right?
Right.
So that means the division's getting tougher.
Sure.
Is there any doubt in your mind with the message and how you guys work here, Coach Breeze, that you guys can have multiple All-Americans this year and you win the national title?
No, I think everybody's in a really good position. Breeze is definitely taking this year, adapting very well, and a lot of guys just know where they need to be. We had a lot of guys just on the cusp of qualifying last year, so they're tough, and clearly from the wrestle-offs we have a lot of depth there. So I think it's the right push for guys to get it to be All-Americans. And I think having Coach Porter is a huge help too, especially for myself. Already coaching national champs back at Tiffin, so I think he's putting me in the right position to do what I got to do this year and come out on top.
And he can make anything.
That's right.
He'll make you a chopper. He'll beat you up and make you a chopper while he's at it.
He does both of those really well. I actually his brother does all the tattoos. Too,
seriously, you go to his brother for tattoos?
Yeah. My whole leg sleeve is done by Travis.
Really?
And then the start of this one.
Okay. You got some tattoos.
Yeah.
Okay, so when you go into the business world, right, are you going to be like a three-piece suit guy? What are you going to do? Are you going to cover the tattoos, or what do you think by then how it's going to be?
Nah, my plan actually is to start fighting after school. I'm kind of dipping my toe in that right now. Going to different MMA gyms, learning how to strike, learning how to do a little jiu-jitsu, and I think that's where I want to be. I think I want to follow in Kamaru Usman's steps, win a title, and then just go be a champ of the UFC.
How many UFC fighters do you think have MBAs?
Shane Carwin.
Okay.
He has a doctorate.
Besides that, how many of those guys have MBAs?
I don't know.
Probably not a whole lot.
Yeah, probably not.
So you're on the business end of this.
Yeah.
Do you look at now? I mean, I was dealing with Team USA today.
Sure.
There is an economy for wrestling now.
Yeah.
It is like you can wrestle and make a living.
Sure.
But to your point, you can fight and make more money.
Right.
As long as you don't mind eating knees and getting punched in the face, which doesn't look like you mind it.
Nah. I've taken my lumps a lot in the last couple of years, and I was kind of thinking about that. And I don't know, just the jumps I've made, I've always known deep down I can be the best in the country. It just takes time, and I don't see it any different versus the world. You just want to set bigger and better goals, and for me that calls me a little more. I'd really like to try to make the Greco world team, but we'll just see where it goes. I kind of dipping my toe in that too. I went out to U23s and I got 7th in Greco.
So you're an All-American in U23s. That's pretty good. Congratulations.
Thank you.
So if you look at it, do you remember being in the same shoes as young, I think Patterson it was, you're right. Do you remember being in Patterson's shoes who you beat up tonight?
Yeah, actually I do, because stay in like really close contact with Tyler Hughes and Evan Rossborough and Jesse Palzer. And Jesse actually did that to me. That was my first college match. He beat me good, and he was coming off of All-American out at like the Collegiate Open. And then Evan was a All-American first couple-time qualifier, and Tyler was a 2-time qualifier. So when I stepped in the room, I was really with like the Lions, and they were like tearing me up pretty good. So I don't know. I feel like that's what I need to bring to them, you know, the intensity that they taught me how to wrestle and how to be tough, and like seeing their success, I want to do the same to them. Sometimes it comes off abrasive, but that's what some guys need. You either like crack under the pressure, you turn into a diamond.
Okay, does making you a Fitch Falcon, are you a little extra gritty as a Fitch Falcon?
Yeah, I think too, like you see a lot of guys, like especially from Fitch or more so in like the Youngstown area, they go off to college, especially with wrestling, they have big aspirations or big, like, you know, names, and then they kind of just doesn't work out. And that was one thing I thought of. And one of my mentors in high school was Tony Jameson, and he was like really adamant about like getting me into school and like making sure I was on the right track. Like I don't know, he helped me out a lot and kind of pointed that out. Like a lot of guys go to college and they have potential and they just don't use it. So I feel like kind of obligated in a sense to do that. And then too, just like it's like a tough area, you know, like not so much like everywhere in the area, but like, you know, you come up with some really tough kids. Guys who are on my wrestling team weren't all that good at wrestlers, but they were tough, you know, and you were in there to scrap. Maybe if we didn't have the best technique, we were ready to roll, you know.
If you were to ask me, Zeb, who's probably the best high school guy you see that you saw not become an All-American, you know my answer.
Who got there? Tony?
It'd be Tony.
Yeah.
Tony was incredible, man. He was it.
I think he might be the greatest high school wrestler of all time.
No, he was unreal.
Yeah, for real.
He was, and he was electrifying, and he was doing things that a lot of kids weren't doing.
Yeah,
the crazy scrambling.
Yeah, really, really ahead of the curve on the funk. Like, he would have been in high school right around when Askren was in college, and I know that inspired him a lot, but Tony just has incredible
It was even different
knowledge.
than that, man. It was even different than that.
The athleticism is amazing. And that's one of those things, is like, we don't get a ton of guys like that from Fitch. So like when you come into the room, like even if you like don't personally know Tony, like you hear of him, or everybody knows, like, man, that was a 4-timer for us. Like that guy was legit. Like, you know, we had a lot of guys go off to college, but I don't know. But looking back at like some of Tony's old matches, like you kind of like feel like that could be you, even though that's an incredible athlete. You feel like if he could do it from here, you can do it. You know?
You have a degree, he probably doesn't.
I don't think he does.
No, I'm saying you do, he probably doesn't.
Yeah.
So he's probably got a lot to be proud of you for anyway.
I really hope so. I get to see him when I'm home because he's coaching at one of the local high schools.
Was he at Poland?
He's at Crestview. Which
He
is down
was
in
at
Columbia.
Poland.
He was. Jamie, his younger brother, who was also one of my coaches in high school, he took over Poland's program after Tony. So both of them have been like really giving me some encouraging words. A lot of the coaches I've had in the past, you know, they've been hitting me up and texting me on social media like, you can do this. This is your year. Like, we're proud of you and everything. And I don't know. They know like the work ethic I put in. Like a lot of people talk about that, but I don't think a lot of people really mean it. I do everything I can to get to the next level and be as good as I can. I don't take anything. I don't even give an inch, even in practice. So.
All right, I gotta go talk to Coach. You got anything else for me?
No, I think you're doing a good thing for the sport, and I like hearing some of the things you say over the duels. Are pretty funny.
You do?
Yeah. Like,
some people want to beat me up, which is fine.
No,
I've been beat up before.
The one they keep playing on Instagram is either Ohio U or Michigan State versus Kent.
When the dude gets double legged and smacked in the face.
Yeah, bad. And I don't know.
It wasn't good.
Funny. But yeah,
it was good, but it wasn't good.
Yeah, right.
All right, Chris, thanks for the time. Good luck this year. Okay, and more degrees. I like the degrees, and then the face punching will come with it, okay?
That's right.
All right, buddy, thanks.
Thanks.